Welcome to this week's Q&A. I had kind of a fun question here that I would love to answer and kind of get my opinions out there. That question is, how do you grow muscle? I will say that this is kind of a big question. There's a lot of different ways we can go with this, but I'm going to stay to the top. Okay. First and foremost, the only way to grow bigger muscles is to feed them. You need to make sure that you have the right amount of nutrition in your diet, get enough protein, get enough carbohydrates, getting enough of the things that your body needs to grow. That includes all of your micronutrients, all of your salts and your iodines and all that type of stuff. Those are all very important. Now, next to that is going to be working the muscle. You need to make sure that we're putting enough stress into the muscle that forces it to grow. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. Some people like high volume workouts. Some people like low volume workouts. Well, the difference is that we need to hit a range where you're seeing stress and fatigue. So if you're having a workout going through, and let's say you're hitting maybe 5 to 7 or 10 to 20 reps, it really doesn't matter. But if you're doing that and the weight feels light and it feels great when you're done with it, you're not going to see a whole lot of benefits in growing muscle. Now, if you go through either one of those options and you're seeing a lot of stress and a lot of fatigue at the end, you're in the right way. After that, it's going to be just adjusting to what your body likes. Some people like having a whole bunch of volume and a lot of reps and a lot of sets, and they can go for hours and it feels great. Some people can't do that. They just don't respond well to it, or it doesn't work well for their body. So then in that setting, you need to do lower volume, 4 to 8, 5 to 7 reps, somewhere in there with a lot higher weight than you use at the 10 to 12, 20 to 15 rep range, and try and shoot for that same amount of fatigue and stress.